Ready to deepen your bond with your dog? Explore Shaggy Chic for expert insights into the world of canine communication and connection. Our faithful companions for more than 30,000 years have cultivated exceptional communication abilities that serve as a conduit between species. This complex exchange of signals, which encompasses expressive body language and nuanced vocalizations, demonstrates a profound comprehension of emotions and intentions. The ultimate tapestry of interaction that not only reflects the inner states of these remarkable creatures, but also strengthens the deep bond we share with them is revealed as we explore the world of canine communication. Whether it is through a wagging tail, a comforting nuzzle, or an alert bark, dogs consistently exhibit their capacity to establish a connection with us on a variety of levels, thereby inviting us to listen and respond to their distinctive language. Opening statement. For a minimum of 30,000 years, dogs have co-evolved with humans, acquiring distinctive abilities that facilitate their communication with us. This extended period of cohabitation has cultivated a bond that is comparable to the attachment that is observed between neonates and their primary caregivers. Consequently, both humans and canines have developed the capacity to recognize and respond to each other's signals, resulting in a complex web of interaction. When communicating, dogs employ a diverse array of behaviors, including signals that may have distinct implications in dog-to-dog interactions versus dog-to-human exchanges. For instance, the implications of eye contact can vary depending on the context and the recipient. Dogs communicate through a variety of modalities such as visual, tactile, auditory, and olfactory signals. They employ vocalizations and body odors as communicative tools, as well as modify various portions of their bodies to convey messages. Interestingly, not all signals are under a dog's voluntary control. Emotional states such as anxiety can induce involuntary responses, such as the release of specific body odors, which inform other canines of their emotional state. The nuanced ways in which canines convey their inner states and the complexity of the dog-human relationship are underscored by their capacity to communicate through a combination of intentional and involuntary signals. Visual communication. Dogs communicate primarily through visual signals, utilizing their body posture, tail position, and facial expressions to reflect their emotional states and intentions. The ability of certain breeds to convey specific signals is influenced by their anatomy, which has been shaped by selective breeding. For instance, brachycephalic breeds may encounter difficulty in displaying a diverse array of facial expressions, while others with dense fur may obscure critical signals. Close-range interactions demonstrate how canines modify their size and posture to convey confidence or submissiveness, frequently employing their tails and ears to emphasize these visual cues. In addition to body language, canines can adjust their gaze and facial expressions to engage in active communication with others. Research suggests that these expressions are not merely involuntary, rather, they are intentional endeavors to communicate emotions. The tail is essential for signaling, as it can convey a range of emotions from confidence to dread through various positions and movements. The direction of tail wagging is also correlated with positive or negative emotional stimuli. Ultimately, our capacity to interpret the behaviors and requirements of dogs is improved by comprehending these visual communication methods. Dogs are capable of effectively communicating with humans by interpreting and perceiving human emotional expressions. Research indicates that domestic canines are capable of identifying and reacting to human facial emotions, thereby modifying their behavior. For instance, their capacity to detect emotional valence and respond appropriately is demonstrated by their increased likelihood of exhibiting stress-related behaviors, such as mouth licking, in response to negative emotional manifestations rather than positive ones. In addition, research indicates that dogs process human emotional signals asymmetrically, with the right hemisphere of their brains exhibiting heightened sensitivity to faces that express emotions such as anger, fear, and delight. This comprehension of human emotions enables dogs to participate in social referencing, which involves them actively pursuing the guidance of their owners in ambiguous situations, thereby improving their interactions with humans. Acoustic communication. Dogs communicate acoustically by employing a diverse vocal repertoire that has undergone significant evolution during domestication. This repertoire enables them to communicate information in a variety of social contexts. Their vocalizations, particularly howls and growls, convey critical information regarding their physical characteristics, intentions, and emotional states. For example, dogs produce distinct barks that are contingent upon the context. They emit longer, lower frequency barks in response to visitors and high-pitched barks when they are isolated. They are capable of distinguishing between these sounds and modifying their behavior by their familiarity and the circumstances. In the same way, growls function as playful signals or warnings, enabling canines to evaluate the size and intentions of other individuals using the growls they hear. In their interactions with humans, dogs not only employ vocalizations to request attention and care, but they also respond to human emotional signals in vocal tone and intonation. In ambiguous situations, they can acquire the ability to associate specific words with objects and modify their actions by human vocal signals. Research indicates that humans are capable of accurately interpreting the emotional content of canines' vocalizations, such as distinguishing between playful and aggressive growls from the perspective of their acoustic characteristics. This mutual comprehension underscores the intricate nature of dog communication, in which visual and acoustic signals are essential for navigating their social environments. Unlock the secrets of canine communication with Shaggy Chick, your go-to source for understanding the unique language of our loyal companion, olfactory communication. Despite the scarcity of research in this field, olfactory communication is essential for the successful interaction of canines with both humans and other dogs. Dogs have an exceptional sense of scent, which enables them to identify social and contextual information through body odors, which are chemical signals that have been specifically developed for communication. This olfactory sensitivity allows canines to collect information about individuals without the necessity of physical proximity. Scent marking is a method by which they indirectly communicate with other canines by depositing their odors through urine, feces, and glandular secretions. This behavior facilitates the exchange of social information, including the identification of gender and the evaluation of affective states. During social interactions, dogs frequently engage in olfactory investigation, demonstrating a particular interest in specific body parts of conspecifics such as the face, neck, and anal areas, which generate distinct odors. Dogs gather information about other individuals by smelling these areas. Additionally, they conduct mate and hazard assessments by examining urine and feces in the environment. The communication process is improved by the combination of olfactory, visual, and auditory signals in scent marking behavior. By rolling on the ground, dogs can further discharge their odor. However, this behavior has lost its relevance to their evolutionary success in comparison to their wild ancestors who employed it to track prey. In general, olfactory communication is a complex and indispensable component of the social interactions and information transmission that canines engage in. Tactile communication. One of the most significant aspects of how canines interact with humans and with one another is tactile communication, which is frequently disregarded. Tactile interactions can be used to reinforce social bonds through behaviors such as resting close together, greeting with head placements, and social grooming, as well as to assert dominance during agonistic encounters, such as placing paws on another dog or engaging in ritualized aggression within canine social dynamics. These physical interactions promote social cohesion, thereby enabling dogs to preserve their relationships within their groups. Tactile communication is distinct in human-dog interactions, frequently characterized by prolonged and frequent physical contact. Humans frequently instigate physical contact as a means of expressing affection, which can have a beneficial effect on both parties. This can result in physiological and emotional benefits for humans, as well as reinforcement for dogs. Nevertheless, dogs may not always respond favorably to protracted tactile interactions, as they frequently prefer shorter, less frequent interactions over longer ones. The emotional states of certain dogs may be substantially influenced by the nature and duration of tactile communication, as evidenced by their discomfort or ambivalence during physical interactions with humans. In general, the human-dog rapport and canine social interactions can be improved by comprehending the subtleties of tactile communication. The behavioral responses of dogs during tactile interactions are substantially influenced by their familiarity with humans. Research indicates that canines who are petted by individuals they are familiar with exhibit a greater number of appeasement gestures, redirected behaviors, and social approaches than those who are petted by strangers. This response is contingent upon the body parts that are being touched. For example, numerous dogs may perceive these touches as potential threats and detest having their hind legs, paws, or tops of their heads petted. In contrast, they exhibit fewer symptoms of discomfort and tend to tolerate contact on their chests and under their chins more effectively. The reaction of a dog to tactile communication is also significantly influenced by factors such as genetics, early socialization, and the specific context of the interaction. In general, comprehending these subtleties can strengthen the human-dog bond and encourage more positive interactions. Please don't forget to open the link in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more helpful tips and exciting content. Your support helps us bring you even more great ideas. Stay tuned for the next one.